University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, we're here once again to look for old heads on young shoulders. Whichever team proves to be the creme de la creme will play again in the second round. Now, St Anne's College, Oxford began life as a concept rather than a location, that by providing inexpensive lodgings throughout the city, women of limited means could have access to a university education, and as such, the Society of Home Students was formed in 1879. It became a full college of the university in 1952 and admitted men from 1979. Former students include a formidable clutch of journalists, including Polly Toynbee, Jackie Ashley and Tina Brown, as well as the novelists Helen Fielding and Zoe Heller, the conductor Simon Rattle and the former England rugby player Victor Abugu. Their mascots are a reference to the college's recent adoption of a beaver. The average age of the St Anne's team is 22. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Sam Swalinski. I'm from Northallerton in North Yorkshire, and I'm studying physics.
Hi, I'm Laura Ludke. I'm from Red Deer, Canada, and I'm reading for a DPhil in English Literature.
And this is their captain.
Hi, I'm Edward Hicks, and I'm from Reading in Berkshire, and I'm reading for a DPhil in History.
Hi, I'm Rebecca McAvner from Croydon in Surrey, and I'm reading for a DPhil in Clinical Neurology.
Now, their opponents, the team from Gonville Caius College, Cambridge, represent an institution founded in the mid-14th century by Edmund Gonville, who enjoyed the title of King's Clerk to Edward III. Having fallen on hard times, it was refounded around 2 centuries later by John Caius, a former alumnus and physician to Edward VI. Other alumni include the creator in around 1880 of the eponymous diagram John Venn, and fractionally more recently, the politician Ken Clarke. The late David Frost was a student there, as was the comedian Jimmy Carr. They, too, have an average age of 22. Let's meet the Gonville Caius team.
Hi, I'm Ted Loveday. I'm from Hammersmith in London, and I'm doing law.
Hello, I'm Michael Taylor from Ballymena in Northern Ireland, and I'm studying for a PhD in history.
And here's their captain.
I'm Anthony Martinelli. I'm from Hertfordshire, and I'm studying medicine.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Warner. I'm from Southampton, and I'm reading Natural Sciences.
Rules are the same as ever. 10 points for starter questions, which are solo efforts. Bonus questions are team efforts. They're worth 15. Right, fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. What name links a US educator, reformer and co-founder of Tuskegee University, a 1922 treatment for the limitation of naval armaments, the author of...
St Anne's Hicks.
Washington?
Correct, yes. The first set of bonuses, St Anne's, are on an industrial area. What two-word name denotes the industrial area that corresponds closely to the former South Staffordshire coalfield, encompassing areas of Wolverhampton, Walsall, Sandwell and Dudley?
Black Country.
Correct. Born near Dudley in 1678, which iron founder is noted for the works he established at Colebrookdale in Shropshire? His son and grandson both bore his given name.
Arkwright?
No, it's Abraham Darby. An early example of an atmospheric steam pump named after which engineer was built near Dudley Castle in 1712?
What?
No, it's Thomas Newcomen. 10 points for this. Referring to Britain's declaration of war on August the 4th, 1914, what did the German Chancellor Bettmann Hollweg describe as a word which in wartime has so often been disregarded?
St Anne's Hicks.
Treaty?
Nope.
Caius Loveday.
Neutrality.
Correct. Right, your bonuses, Gonville Caius, are on African tisanes or herbal infusions. Firstly, for 5, central to social life in Maghreb countries, the preparation sometimes known in Morocco as nana tea is made with green tea, sugar and which generic herb?
Peppermint.
I'll accept that, yeah. Mint generally will do. From the first part of the binomial of the petals from which it is made, what name is given to the deep red cranberry-like infusion known as carcadet in Egypt and Sudan? In Britain, it's often blended with rosehip.
Chamomile.
No, it's hibiscus tea. And finally, what's the common name of the South African shrub Aspalathus linearis, which gives a mahogany-coloured infusion free from caffeine?
Rooibos.
Rooibos is correct. Red bush. 10 points for this. With a diameter of 106,000 kilometres, the Le Verrier rings circle which planet? Its name commemorates the French mathematician Urbain Le Verrier, whose laborious orbital calculations led to the planet's discovery.
Keys Martinelli.
Neptune.
Correct. Gonville and Keyes, your bonuses are on English mathematicians. Which 18th century English mathematician gives his name to a theorem on statistical inference derived from a posthumous work entitled An Essay Towards Solving a Problem in the Doctrine of Chances?
Bayes.
Bayes is correct. Born 1815, which mathematician gives his name to the algebra of logic used in the design of digital computer circuits?
Nominate Loveday.
Boole.
Boole is correct, George Boole. Born around 1791, which mathematician drew up plans for the analytical engine generally regarded as the first computer?
Babbage.
Babbage is right. 10 points for this. The opera, which includes the aria often referred to as Handel's Largo, is named after which king of Persia who launched an invasion of Greece in the 5th century BC?
St Anne's Ledkey.
Xerxes?
Correct. You get a set of bonuses this time, St Anne's College. On ashes, that is, words that end in the letters A-C-H-E. In each case, give the word from the definition. Firstly, a container generally holding a number of items and hidden at a specific location for users of the global positioning system to discover, in a pursuit similar to the pre-internet activity known as letterboxing.
Cashews?
No, it's geocache. Secondly, a smooth filling of whipped chocolate and cream used in truffles and other confectionery.
Ganache.
Correct. And finally, a material used in painting in which a gum or similar substance has been added to watercolours to make them opaque.
Gouache?
Gouache is correct, yes. Right, we're going to take a picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a Formula One grid featuring the top 6 placings in the Drivers' Championship in a given year with the champion's name missing. For 10 points, give me his name.
Keys Taylor.
Damon Hill.
Correct. That was the 1996 Formula One Championship, which Damon Hill won. Your bonuses are 3 more grids showing the top 6 drivers in years in which there was a British champion. In each case, I simply want the name of the missing champion. Firstly, for 5.
Button.
That was Jenson Button in 2009. Secondly, for 5.
Nigel Mansell.
Correct, in 1992. And finally...
James Hunt.
In 1976. Yes, well done. Clean sweep. 10 points for this. In a child's power to master the multiplication table, there is more sanctity than in all your shouted amens and hosannas. An idea is a greater monument than a cathedral.
Keys Loveday.
Rousseau.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Spoken by the actor Spencer Tracy, these words are from which 1961 film based on the Scopes monkey trial? I need one of you to buzz.
St Anne's Ledkey.
Something about the wind.
It is something about the wind, but that's not precise enough. It's inherit the wind. 10 points for this. Give both names promptly if you buzz for this. Which 2 short anagrams denote an extreme type of variable star that explodes periodically and the river spanned by the Clifton Suspension Bridge?
Keys Loveday.
Avon and Nova.
Correct. Right, these bonuses keys are on an 18th century novel. Uncle Toby, Dr. Slop and Mrs. Wadman are characters in which 18th century novel, often regarded as the progenitor of modern stream of consciousness works?
Tom Jones?
No, it's Tristram Shandy. Originally of Danish extraction, he said to be, which parson in Tristram Shandy shares his name with an inanimate figure in Shakespeare's Hamlet?
Yorick.
Parson Yorick, yes. Taken from words spoken by Parson Yorick, what is the title of the director Michael Winterbottom's film within a film adaptation of the novel?
A Cock and Bull Story.
Correct. 10 points for this. Opening with their first meeting at the 1970 Kentucky Derby and ending with a 2005 funeral where his ashes were fired into the sky by a cannon, The Joke's Over by the cartoonist Ralph Steadman is a memoir of which journalist, the creator of the genre known as Gonzo?
Keys Taylor.
Hunter S. Thompson.
That is correct, yes. Right, this set of bonuses keys are on the solar system. In 1610, Galileo and Simon Marius made the first telescopic observations of the night sky, which suddenly increased the number of known moons by what factor?
It's 4, something like that, probably. Any ideas, really? 4.
No, it's 5. They found 4. Among the 4 large moons of Jupiter that Galileo and Marius discovered, which one was later found to bear caldera-like depressions and domed formations called tholi?
So it's Ganymede, Io... Ganymede. Ganymede.
No, it's Io. The surface of which of Jupiter's moons bears landforms known as Linnea and Lenticulae, as well as broken ice flow-like terrain called chaos?
We're just going to go Ganymede again. Ganymede.
No, it's Europa. 10 points for this. 50 years after the monarchy was abolished and he went into exile, the former King Simeon II returned.
Keys Loveday.
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria's right, yes. Right, these bonuses, Gonville and Keys, are on medieval German rulers. What short name is that of 3 successive German rulers, the first of whom, known as the Great, was crowned Holy Roman Emperor in 962?
Otto.
Correct. Which German emperor spent 3 days barefoot in the snow at Canossa in 1077, an act of penitence to atone for his excommunication by Pope Gregory VII?
Henry IV.
Correct. What was the nickname of the Emperor Frederick I, a leader of the Third Crusade in 1189?
Barbarossa.
Correct. We're going to take a music round now. If you're a music starter, you'll hear a piece of popular music. All you have to do is to name the song.
You shout it out, but I can't hear you.
Keys Warner.
Disturbia.
No, you can hear it a little more, St Anne's.
A word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but how
St Anne's Light Key.
Bulletproof?
No, it's David Guetta's Titanium, so music bonuses in a moment or two. Another starter question in the meantime. André Breton and Leonora Carrington are among those principally associated with which?
Keys Martinelli.
Surrealism.
Correct. OK, so following on from Titanium you heard a moment ago, you're going to hear music bonuses. Titles of these 3 pieces can also be found in the periodic table. In each case, I want the element and its chemical symbol. Firstly.
Thank you for coming home. Sorry that the chairs are all warm. I left them here.
It's gold and AU.
Correct. Secondly.
Should we just say also? Silicon SI.
No, it's oxygen O. Finally.
I'm so happy because
Lithium Li.
Correct. 10 points for this. In human biology, for what do the letters LH stand when indicating a substance secreted?
Keys Martinelli.
Luteinizing hormone.
Correct. These bonuses are on female psychoanalysts, Gonville and Caius. Believing that neurosis is caused by a child's experience of basic anxiety, which German-born US psychoanalyst wrote the 1937 work, The Neurotic Personality of Our Time?
Any ideas? Pass.
It's Karen Horney. Secondly, the author of The Psychoanalysis of Children, which Austrian-born British psychologist's observation of free play provided insights into the child's unconscious fantasy life?
No ideas. Pass again.
That's Melanie Klein. And finally, The Ego and Mechanisms of Defence is a work by which pioneer of child psychoanalysis, born in Vienna in 1895?
It's all female, didn't they? Yeah, we don't know.
That's Anna Freud. A starter question. Which book of the New Testament comes next in this list, given in reverse order? 1 Corinthians, Romans, Acts of the Apostles, and...
Caius Loveday.
John.
John is correct, yes. These bonuses are on cricket and literature, Gonville and Caius. Which major city is the setting of Netherland, the Irish author Joseph O'Neill's 2008 novel about a cricket-playing Dutch banker?
New York.
Correct. The finest book written about the game of cricket. Those words of John Arlott refer to Beyond a Boundary, a non-fiction work by which Trinidadian social theorist?
Nominate Taylor.
C.L.R. James.
Correct. A village match in which the title character Leo takes a catch and wins the game for Brandon Hall features in which novel of 1953 by L.P. Hartley?
The Go-Between.
Correct. 10 points for this. JG436, Wolf 359 and Barnard's star are all examples of what class of stellar object characterised by low mass, low temperature and low luminosity?
Caius Warner.
Red Dwarf.
Correct. So here are your bonuses, Gonville and Caius. They're on physics. What unit of energy is defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius?
What? No, it's a calorie. I think it's a calorie. A calorie?
Correct. According to the law of Dulong and Petit, what is the molar specific heat capacity of a solid in units of the gas constant R?
It's 3/2R, but it is right.
3/2R?
No, it's 3R. And finally, what full specific name is given to the energy required to transform a quantity of liquid to a gas at constant temperature and pressure?
Is it enthalpy of vaporization? I think it's
Specific
enthalpy of vaporization.
Enthalpy.
Enthalpy of vaporization.
Enthalpy of vaporization.
Correct, or the latent heat of vaporization. So St Anne's got there's plenty of time still to go, so maybe you can get going with this starter question. According to Winston Churchill, the birth of which national leader was his people's worst misfortune and his death their next worst? The latter occurred in 1924.
St Anne's Hicks.
Oh, sorry.
Caius Taylor.
Lennon.
Lenin is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses on regions of China, Gonville and Caius. Around the size of France and Spain combined, which autonomous region of China shares part of its name with the country that borders it to the north?
What? Mongolia? Yeah. So it's just called Mongolia?
So what is it?
Inner Mongolia.
Inner Mongolia. Inner Mongolia?
Correct. A little smaller than the UK, which autonomous region shares a border with Vietnam?
Hong Kong, what's it? Macau, is it called?
That's too small.
Tibet, maybe? Could be Tibet.
No, but go for it.
Tibet?
No, it's the other side of the country. It's Guangxi. Slightly smaller than Alaska, what is the largest autonomous region of China? It borders several countries, including Pakistan and Kazakhstan.
Guangdong or Guangzhou or some of these cities, or are they countries? Guangdong? Guangdong?
No, it's Xinjiang. 10 points for this. Give 2 answers as soon as your name is called. In addition to the Basque country, 3 autonomous communities in Spain border France. Name 2 of them.
St Anne's Hicks.
Navarre and Galicia.
No, anyone like to buzz
Caius
in Gonville
Warner.
and Caius?
Navarra and Catalonia.
The other one is Aragon, yes. So you get a set of bonuses, this time Gonville and Caius on the sciences. In cell biology, what type of stem cell has the potential to differentiate into cells derived from any of the 3 germ layers?
Pluripotent. Pluripotent.
Correct. In 2012, which Japanese researcher shared the Nobel Prize for Medicine for his discovery that epithelial cells can be artificially induced to have pluripotent capabilities?
Yamanaka.
Correct. Also in 2012, Yamanaka shared the €1.2 million Millennium Technology Prize with Linus Torvalds, the creator of which free and open-source operating system?
Linux.
Correct. We're going to take a second picture right now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a painting of a literary character. 10 points if you can identify her.
Keys Loveday.
Is it Ophelia?
It is Ophelia by Delacroix, yes.
Very good. Very good.
Your picture bonuses are 3 more depictions of Ophelia, all of them also from the 19th century. This time, in each case, I simply want you to identify the artist. Firstly, for 5.
From which century was it? 19th? Rossetti, yeah. Rossetti.
Rossetti is correct. Secondly,
Could be another pre-Raphaelite, couldn't it? Hunt. Yeah. Hunt.
no, it's John William Waterhouse. And finally,
Millet.
Millet is right. Right, to start a question, Jerry Dunlop, who died in 2000, is best known for his 26 wins in various classes of which annual...
Keys Taylor.
Motorcycling?
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. In various classes of which annual event run in late May and early June on the Snaefell Mountain course?
St Anne's Hicks.
Skiing.
No, it's the Isle of Man TT. He'd given you most of it. We take another starter question now. The daughter of Asclepius and Epione, which goddess gives her name to a modern-day term for a universal remedy? Her name in Greek...
Keys Loveday.
Sorry, if you buzz,
Sorry.
you must answer. You can have the rest of it, St Anne's, and I'm afraid you're going to lose 5 points. Keys. Her name in Greek means all healing.
St Anne's Ludke.
Hole?
No, it's Panacea. 10 points for this. Which ballet company was formed in Moscow in 1776 by an English entrepreneur and a Russian patron of the arts? It derives its name from the Russian word for big.
St Anne's Walensky.
Bolshoi?
Bolshoi is correct, yes. Right, these bonuses are on a revolutionary St Anne's. In an address to the UN General Assembly in 1964, who said that the last hour of colonialism has struck and millions rise to assert their unrestricted right to self-determination?
Castro.
No, it was Che Guevara. Che Guevara was born in 1928 in which country?
Argentina.
Correct. In which country was Che Guevara killed in 1967 while leading a guerrilla group in the region
Bolivia.
of Santa Cruz? Correct. 10 points for this, 5 minutes to go. Notations including E for the base of natural logarithms and I for the square root of -1.
Keys Warner.
Euler.
Euler is correct, yes. Gonville and Caius, these bonuses are on the films of Wim Wenders. In each case, name the film from the description. Firstly, a 1984 film that opens with a man walking out of the desert,
That's
not
Paris,
knowing who he
Texas.
is. Correct. Secondly, a 1987 film about an angel who falls in love with a trapeze artist.
Wings of Desire.
Correct. And finally, a 1999 documentary about Cuban musicians.
Buena Vista Social Club.
Correct. 10 points for this. Run by one of China's largest internet portals, which microblogging service had by mid-2012 gained more than 300 million registered users and has been called China's version of Twitter?
Keys Loveday.
Weibo?
I'll accept that. Weibo, I think is how you pronounce it. Sina Weibo. Well done. Set of bonuses for you. Your bonuses are on music. In each case, listen to the pair of composers and give the unique full decade during which both were alive. Understand? Yep. Firstly, Franz Schubert and Felix Mendelssohn.
1810s? 20s? 1820s?
No, it was the 1810s. Secondly, Robert Schumann and Johannes Brahms.
Later 40s or something, maybe. 50s, maybe. 1840s?
It was the 1840s. And finally, Hector Berlioz and Edvard Grieg.
1880s or something. 1880s.
No, it's the 1850s. 10 points for this. Which royal officer gave his name to a law of 1494 that made the Irish...
St Anne's Hicks.
Poynings is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses this time on a scientific study, St Anne's. Cytology, that is CYTO, is the study of the structure and function of what biological entities?
Cells.
Correct. In plant cells, what is the key structure or organelle necessary for photosynthesis?
Chloroplast.
Correct. Which organelles found in animal cells contain hydrolytic enzymes that break down waste materials and cellular debris?
Lysosomes.
Lysosomes is right. 2.5 minutes ago, 10 points for this. What five-letter word links a magnetometer which uses pairs of superconducting Josephson junctions and a cephalopod with 8 arms and 2 tentacles?
St Anne's McKavanagh.
Squid.
Squid is correct. Here are your bonuses, this time on the writings of Angela Carter. Angela Carter's 1984 novel Nights at the Circus has as its protagonist Feathers, a practitioner of what circus skill?
Tightrope walking.
No, she was an aerialist. In the collection entitled Black Venus, which US historical figure does Carter portray in her short story The Fall River Axe Murders?
Don't know, sorry.
That was Lizzie Borden. Was you lean over just to be told I don't know? And finally, for 5 points, based on her short story of the same name, what is the title of the 1984 film directed by Neil Jordan, with whom she wrote the screenplay?
It's the one with Oprah. No, that's
Oprah Winfrey?
No. No, it's the Company of Wolves. 10 points for this. Norway, Sweden, Burma, Austria, Peru, Egypt, Ghana and South Korea are the countries of origin of those who, since 1940...
Keys Martinelli.
Secretary-General of the United Nations.
Correct. A set of bonuses for you on phobias. From the Greek, the term alektorophobia denotes a fear of what animals?
It's not snakes. It's not snakes or spiders.
Come on, let's have it.
Alligators.
No, it's chickens. Also from the Greek, dickyphobia is a fear of what concept?
Justice. Do you think? Justice.
Correct. And again from the Greek, rightyphobia is a fear of what symptom of ageing?
Wrinkles or hair loss. Yeah. Wrinkles.
Getting wrinkles is correct. 10 points for this. What was originally composed as War Song of the Army of the Rhine by the army officer Claude...
St Anne's Hicks.
The Marseillaise is right, yes. Right, your bonuses now are on SI prefixes. In each case, give the power of 10 represented by the following. Firstly, exa.
18.
8.
Yeah, go 18.
18.
Correct. Secondly, pico. The gong, St Anne's College, Oxford have 105. Gonville Caius College, Cambridge have 305. Well, St Anne's, I'm afraid you were well beaten there, and I very, very, very much doubt that that'll be a high enough score to come back as one of the highest scoring losers. But never mind, you're a nice team and you played the game in the spirit of the game, so thank you very much. At least you seem to enjoy it. Gonville and Caius, 305 is a terrific score, and we shall look forward to seeing you for sure in the next round of the contest. Thank you very much for joining us and many congratulations. I hope you can join us next time. But until then, it's goodbye from St Anne's College, Oxford.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from Gonville and Caius College, Cambridge.
Bye. Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.